We have lines to connect. We've got one piece of this network that I want to get done before I get detailing, and then once we get detailing, we'll have more cab riding. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Actually, at the end of this video, if I remember, I have a question, and I'd like you guys to answer it. So I've got Open Rail up. I've got Google Maps up. We've got 2 little stations to put in, and a piece of railway, and a couple of little junctions, and some explaining to think about what we're going to do with this whole area. I'm going to give you my initial thoughts while the game has a little bit of a melt. Whoa, hey, look, plane. The game has a little bit of a meltdown. So we're going to run this line out of Oxford up here. There's a few little changes to the track. So this outside left line kind of goes off on its own for a little while. We have a bit of a gap between the other 3 as we go up. Then we have a junction where it looks like we have a line that goes off to, what's it called? It's called the Cotswolds line. It goes off to the left. So whatever we can do with that, we've run out a map obviously, but we'll just swing it out. We'll put the junction in, and we carry on up all the way up to Tackley and then Hayford, and then we come into our grade separation. From what I can see, a lot of the eye candy, apart from maybe RAF Hayford or the former RAF Hayford, apart from that, it's pretty much fields and houses. I'm not gonna lie, the biggest part of the detail work that I'll be doing for this, sorry, I'm sort of lost myself on Google Maps. The biggest part of the detail work on this, for me, the most sort of the interesting part, will probably be the junctions coming out of, well, not the junctions, but the track coming out of Oxford, and me attempting to incorporate some of the A34 and A40s, sort of dual carriageways, in an, you know, words, Julian, words over the top. That'd probably be the most interesting part of this. Other than that, we've got a few little warehouses I can slide in. A lot, and then I guess in and around, is it Kidlington? We can do sort of the warehouses and maybe some of the housing there. It all depends on what space I have between here and the grade separation and getting both stations in as well. So that'll be something we'll just have to sort of play by ear, I guess. Yeah, and they're quite remote stations as well. Tackley's got a bit to the left, yeah. So that'll be me. I guess the canal or the river. Is that the river? The river, is that the River Cherwell? The River Cherwell. The River Cherwell. You know, we'll be in and out and visiting in and out on the left and the right. So that might be it. So looking at the space I've got, we have this grade separation here. I've sort of dug out an area for the track, what we've got to fill. In here, we've got to get a small junction, maybe around about here. Bring the left track out a little bit. Small junction here, and station here, and then wrap it all together. And then what I'm going to do then is spend the next week or so prettifying everything down to here. A lot of it's going to be farm fields, but at least from an aerial shot, it would look pretty good. Either way, the plan for today is to get these hooked up and put together, and that gives me... I wasn't going to actually film this, and then I changed my mind. I was going to say, well, is it worth an episode? But then I thought, well, I can do this little bit of building and then explain the thought process and what I'm going to do. Obviously, this still needs prettying up here as well, so we'll get all this looking good. So that's what I'm thinking. We get these connected up, and I thought, you know, it's all part of the build. It's all part of the experience, and I'm sort of sharing my thought process with you guys and how we're going to do it. So I thought, do it. So we're going to connect up these 2 stations. We're going to connect up this railway, and then for the next week and a half, I'm going to pretty all this up all the way up to Banbury here, and then at the end of the episode, I'm going to ask you a question. We'll get a cab ride on, and then we're going to crack on. I still need to change some of the trains on the Oxford to Bedford line, because I had some suggestions in the comments. I haven't done this. I'm not going to lie. Since we recorded the last episode, I don't think I've loaded this map up. I know we've done some of the stream build on the live streams, but I don't think I've loaded this up. Now, before I get started, I've got bills to pay. So if you could do me a massive favor, watch the ad, and I'll see you just after it. Are you tired of copyright issues ruining your streams or videos? Well, I've got a solution for you. Check out Streamer Music, a library of DMCA-free music for content creators. We have tracks across lo-fi, dance, chill out, synthwave, rock, basically whatever vibe you're going for. All the music is available on major streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, and many, many more. And the best part It's all royalty free. You can use it safely as background music in your videos or streams without worrying about copyright claims. That means no strikes and no muted streams on Twitch. And new music that is added every month, so there's always fresh tracks to choose from. You can download all the tracks free from the website. Just head over to dguk.tv/streamer music. Just scroll down where you'll see links to some of the most popular streaming sites, and of course the Google Drive with every single file ready for you. If you want free, great music that's easy to use and completely safe, check out Streamer Music by hitting the link in the description below. So we have literally got to get this railway out here. So I'm thinking, if we can Alt-G and get out of scenic mode, why have I got Bletchley Chemical Plant on my thing? But what I want to do first is I have to remember foremost that I'm on high-speed rail here and no electric. Is I want to whiz this one out a little bit. And I want to keep this on the level. I know here. And then I want to separate these three from that. And we're going to create a curve and we're going to curve off a little bit. As we build this, because I want to create that separation from these three to that single track. You never really know why they do this. It must be a land thing or something. I know we're going to be a lot lower here than where we are at the front and ahead of ourselves, but I am going to slowly raise this as we go along. I'm assuming it's just what space they have and just how stable the ground is. I'm really not sure. I need to look at for any more switches this side here as well, because I'm assuming so these two there and then those two. Maybe there isn't much switching. Who knows? And then what happens is that does that. This comes into this. That's quite nice, actually. I quite like that. Then we go about here, and I've still got to raise this track up, and the land's getting more and more exaggerated. And then if we do that with that one, we bring that one up to there. Like so, and then we have to weasel this one out of here somehow. Maybe there. Yeah, nice. That looks good. And just come on, slide you in to there. This is all going to be very convoluted. We're going to add our switch here. We're going to carry on a little bit more. Keep it on the level just for a little bit more. Nice and straight there, actually. Like so. And then we're just going to bend off a piece of railway just like that. And that'll be our Cotswolds route. I don't think we're going to get both stations in. I'm not going to lie. I think we choose one or the other. And I'm tempted to go for Hayford. What we might do, actually, if I bend that way a little bit. I tell you what, because I can use... Let's connect this up. I can use the freestyle train station mod, right? So I can always add my stations afterwards. So let's just ram this in. Okay? No, because I want this one level. I want it at least a little bit level. That for the station. Let me have a look. Yeah, because that's on that bend. So we can do that on that bend. That's nice. A little bit more. And let's just pop this down. And then I'll have a think. Because this is such a big slope. Which I don't mind. There's also, I think on the connection here, there's also a tunnel that I want to put in. I was taking a look. There's a tunnel somewhere. I do want to put that in. Goes under just before the grade separation, there's a nice tunnel with countryside all laying on top of it, and it looks quite nice. I'm going to flatten all this land out, by the way, because we've got a lot of eye candy to put in here. But at least the railway is in. That looks quite nice. It's quite nice shape. Once we get some bits and bobs around it, it'd be quite nice. Right, I need to zoom in to Hayford. A little diddler station, and I need to zoom into it. Also, we've got the canal right next to us here. Now, this is going to be the question. This is going to be the one, and I don't think I might have to download that mod to get this in. I think there's a mod where I can sort of, it's like they're like roads, because I think this is going to be too deep. Yeah, it's too deep for water. Yeah, I might download that. I might have a play with that mod. I'm not sure what it's called, but there's a really good mod where I can add that in, and I might draw out the river or canal. Is it canal? River? Canal? River? Canal? But for now, let's get the station in. It's very simple. I'm just going to pop. I am literally going to pop it here. And we're going to use the freestyle again. What am I doing? Error C, 5-meter passenger, and it's only a short boy. Out there, we'll do it. Because we can get the bases in, and I'll go and download that mod for the canal. I think that'll be nice. I think that will be a very, very nice little thing to have on this. Just even if it doesn't carry on all the way down, the canal's not complete. We're not doing UK-inspired canal series. So I'm not overly bothered. But if we can get this in, it will look nice. It just look nice as we come past. It's a big gap. It's a big bit of eye candy. Do you know what I mean? They make the cab ride look good. It'd be nice. And then because we have a bridge over it as well. So we have a bridge here. Wait there, I'm facing the wrong way. Yeah. Yeah, a bridge here. Canal running under. Trees. Nice bit of road. Station, car park, etc. here. Yeah, and then probably, narrow boat. A narrow boat sort of building and things. I do know there is narrow boat mods as well, right? So maybe we can go the full. Maybe I can go the full hog on this station and make it look really cool. And then I need to smooth out all this through here as well. Is that all right? Do you think we need the other station? I don't think we do. I don't think we put it in. I really don't. I think that's fine. I don't think we've got enough room. I think there's too much going on. Well, that's got. I've got to level all this. I don't know what I'm doing. I've got to level all this anyway. So we'll put some like weeds and bits and bobs between here. Make it look pretty good. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. Could it be better? Yes, loads better. Anyway, the choice is, once I go away and detail all this for the next couple of weeks or week or so, I'm going to try. So what's going to happen is this is going to be the first of many. There's one video I've got. I can't even get. Come on, words. Explain yourself. Explain yourself. We're going to be carrying on with the live streams as per usual. My enthusiasm and fire for the Toolbox series is a little bit diminished right now. There's nothing that really excites me, and there's nothing I really want to do. And I've gone through quite a lot of trains. There's one more sort of train I kind of want to do, but I haven't done it yet. There's some mods I want to return to and do some maybe tutorial videos with them as well, and how I use them. Or not tutorials, but maybe explainers on how I use them and how I play the game, maybe compared to other people, and how I use them to my benefit. With the amount of work I've got to do on this map, and with my, with us, Train Sim World 6, the absolute rollout that game has with DLC and keeping up with that as well is crazy. I will get into maybe recording when I become more confident with it. Until then, I share my learning experience with you guys with Train World 6 is the way it is. The stream build as well on a Friday with an occasional change up. There's a lot of different games coming out. Another demo I took a look at yesterday. We had the bus bound demo. We've had the boating game as well. So there's lots of things we're checking out together as well. So I thought, you know what? Every time I get a bit of time, I'm just going to hammer the UK Inspired Rail Network, and we're just going to get as much done as we can and just enjoy it. So what you might find is, specifically for you members only, is you might find that I might start stacking up members only early access, and then they will stagger release for everybody else. That's the plan. Whether it happens or not are two very different things. But what you might find is I might just start stacking up the UK Inspired Rail Network series so we can get a binge watch going. Everybody can binge watch. They're right there and they're just coming out nice and regular. That is the plan. We'll continue with the live streams. I might drop a few little shorts here and there. There's a few shorts I've got to make for this one. They'll pop out. A few shorts, a few tico-tockers. They will pop out. So yeah, I'm going to go away, detail this, get some done, showcase that. My question, when I've detailed this, do you want to see the 125 GWR or do you want to see the 800? I've been umming and ahhing about changing the era and fast forwarding the time. Well, I don't need to fast forward the time, but changing the era the trains are in, specifically the passenger services, going to Pendolino's 800s and Voyagers on the West Coast Main Line and going to the 800s on here as well, out of Paddington. Before I do that, do you want the 125 all the way through here to Banbury? Because we haven't done that one yet. Or the 800, or should we save the 800 for a longer one in the future? Give me your thoughts in the comments below. I'm going to crack on with this. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, check out the new merch below. If you're a member or a Twitch subscriber, visit Discord. There is a 10% code off waiting for you there. Thank you very much for all your support, whether you're members, super chatters, Twitch subscribers, bitters. What else is there? Followers. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.